Hey y'all, this is Tyler from tylerblakeart.com again. This will be day 9 of 100 Days of Making Comics. I started today because I have everything paneled out, and the other day I had put up page 1 so far. It's not finished, but the pencils are coming along, and I thought maybe I need to go through and make sure, go ahead and put the lettering in everywhere and just make sure I have plenty of room. And I'm a technophobe, so I was planning on doing the lettering digitally. That's like the only thing I was going to do digitally, pretty much, because I don't have a Wacom tablet, and I dabbled with one back in, I don't even know if it was Wacom. It would have been like early version of that in like the late 90s or early 2000s. I'm not sure when those came out, but I dabbled a little bit with Photoshop back then when I was like still in high school, and I just didn't really like it. I started learning how to draw, like seriously pursuing it when I was 11 years old, and I just love pencils and pens and paper. So no offense to people who work digitally at all, and like people have told me like, dude, it's way faster, and I get it, and time is money, but I just enjoy working traditionally a lot better. So that's what I do. Because you know what, comics are supposed to be fun. So I've got friends that work digitally and they love it, and I'm totally in favor of that. So anyway, so I'm doing the pencils in I'm using blue lead. And just the other day I started trying out a Faber-Castell watercolor pencil, and I kind of like that, so I might try that for a little while. And before that, I was using a 2mm, like an engineer's drafting pencil with 2mm blue leads. And the only thing I don't like about that is it's like I switched to that from a regular mechanical pencil with like a 7mm or a 0.7 millimeter lead, because I was breaking a lot of the leads, and I figured I'm always putting new leads in, and I thought maybe a thicker lead would be good. So, but then it has a little lead pointer in the cap, so then you do that, and it's really easy for me. Maybe I don't know, maybe I'm just clumsy, but I was constantly breaking the leads while I was sharpening it. So now I'm doing the watercolor pencil with just a regular pencil sharpener, and the watercolor pencils erase quite well. So one thing with the 2mm blue lead I noticed is like sometimes if I get a little bit too far into it and realize I want to make a change, I've got a couple areas that are starting to look pretty muddy and dark with revisions, so I'm gonna see how the watercolor pencil goes for a little while. Anyways, traditional ink, my favorite is to use a brush pen or just a brush. And ink, I do use technical. I actually like to mix the technical pens, like the Sigmas with a brush for different textures and things. But hang on just a second. So yeah, and then I'll be coloring. I'm not even doing the coloring digital. I'll be using Copic markers, and I'll probably also be doing some watercolors or maybe some watercolor pencils in there. So anyway, I don't have Photoshop, so I'm using GIMP to do the lettering, and I'm finding it a little bit frustrating, and it's probably just because I don't spend enough time. I've done a little bit of lettering with if I was going to do a t-shirt, that I needed to add lettering to. I've done that kind of thing a little bit, but I probably just haven't done it enough to be competent at it, and for it to come naturally. So anyways, I'm gonna go through and get all that stuff in place before I spend a whole lot more time on pencils, just to make sure I don't have any major revisions that I'm gonna have to redo. So that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.